guys, and welcome to another sketchbook. This sketchbook I'm very excited to show you guys because this one is my favorite sketchbook. Just the way I put the stickers on, the way the cover looks, and just like the pages inside and the way it's laid out. I love this sketchbook so much. But the binding never came apart, so I'll call it a win. I will put up on the screen the artist for each of these 4 stickers because these all came from Redbubble. So this sticker was done by this artist, this artist, this artist, this one, and then this one was done by this person, and this one done by this person. I highly recommend Redbubble for their stickers, but you'll have to get on the inside. I have my hand here blocking out some personal information. Yeah, I started the sketchbook on the 6th of October of 2020 and ended it on January 22nd, 2021. Some clothing stickers from like Hot Topic. At Hot Topic, they have like keychains of like blind bags, so I just bought one and I stuck the paper in here because why not? This is my first piece of drawing with my alcohol-based markers again. I haven't used my alcohol-based markers in a hot minute, and I was like, let's just draw an Optimus and paste it in here. I don't hate the way it came out. I like the blue shading. I don't know. I just don't really like using my alcohol-based markers that much anymore. There's some Carmen Sandiego sketches. I believe this was from season 3. I was just drawing some of the characters like Jules, Countess Cleo, Shadow Song. And this Carmen I really love. For the sketchbook, I use a lot of Who brush dual tip markers. They're non-alcoholic. And then I use the Crayola markers that you can get at like Walmart and stuff because these pages don't hold markers very well. So alcohol-based markers just don't look very good. They look very desaturated and muddy in here. I really like the way this Carmen sketch came out. I like the use of like yellow and green and purple in the hair and in the clothes. Percy Jackson in here. I wanted to turn this into like a finished piece, but then I did this sketch. Yeah, I like the sketch instead. But I may still do a finished piece. I really want to do a piece of all of the Percy Jackson characters using their powers because I love these characters so much. And then I had this Percy Jackson bookmark from like years and years and years ago. So I just stuck it in here and did a quick sketch of Annabeth. And this is my Percy Jackson OC because I read the Percy Jackson series when I was 12 years old. I made a Percy Jackson OC in like 2009, 2011. This is her. She's Paige Nelson. She's the daughter of Hecate or Hecate, the goddess of magic. So this is her. I haven't drawn her in years. Like, you know how there's spider sonas, you know, where it's like you in that world? This would be me in the Percy Jackson world. But I would definitely be a daughter of Poseidon because I love the water and the ocean. And I ended up redoing these drawings anyway because the head looked like she snapped her neck. And I hated the pose for this one. Love the coloring, don't like either of the poses and the way the skin turned out. So I redid it later on. And then I had this idea, I kind of want to do these full color drawings of some of the My Hero Academia characters and like this really messy art style because I realized when I color, traditionally, I like my art to look a bit more like bold and messy, but when I do digital art, I like it to look a bit more painterly. So I did this one of Bakugo and I loved the way this turned out. The details. So I used a purple pen, and then I went in with markers and just like randomly put the colors wherever and just kind of made it really messy. And then I did it on Deku. I'm not a huge fan of the way the Deku one turned out, but I don't hate it, but it's not as good as the Bakugo. I was watching Moana one night, and so I decided to draw Moana. And then I did a Sarah one too, and I really liked the way the Sarah one turned out. I like the pose and everything. And then I did one for Kaminari. I think I kind of messed up his hair a little bit. I feel like his hair is too big. The more I look at it, the more it looks okay. I used a lot more acrylic paint for this one because obviously I wanted to put like yellow lightning. But I really like the way the Kaminari one turned out too. Really cool. I like the just throwing colors wherever. And I drew I think it's Raya from the new Disney movie that's coming out in March because I just wanted to. I think we have a new trailer come out for that. And so I decided just to draw her and I like the way she turned out. And then I went to get my flu shot. So I put my sticker in here from getting my flu shot. Okay, this I think is my favorite next to the other one I have. But this I think is my favorite of the My Hero Academia color drawings that I did of Dobby. Dobby looks so good. And I don't know if you can tell, I'll have to move it, but there might be yeah, you can see it now. I ended up using a Posca glitter marker, make it like shiny. You can kind of see. I always hate drawing Dobby's hair, but I think this one turned out really well. I just love the way the fire in his hand too. I just love everything about this. Like, there's a lot of times where I hate my art. This is one of those times where I love this, and this I drew in October and now it's January and I still love this to death. And then I do a quick like pen sketch of Dobby, and I really like this one as well. And then I did a Hawks. This Hawks is probably my best drawing in here, and I love this way this Hawks turned out. Like, just the way I used the pink and the blue in his suit to give it like more color. These are not alcohol-based markers, so you can create beautiful pieces of art not using alcohol-based markers, mind you. Hawk sketches are from May. I had a sketchbook that I was using for a while, and the pages kept falling out. Sketches from a sketchbook that fell apart, and I decided I'm just gonna tape them in here. And then it was getting closer to Halloween, so I was watching some Halloween movies, so I got some Victor and Emily from The Corpse Bride. I always thought they should end up together instead of Victor and Victoria. That's just me. Oh, here we get to Among Us. So Among Us is still pretty poppin'. I was seeing a lot of people on my Instagram do crossovers like Among Us, My Hero Academia, Among Us Transformer. And so I was doing some Among Us pieces too, and I had this idea in my head to do this little sketch, this little comic of what if Knockout killed Megatron, blamed it on Starscream, and everyone was like, that makes sense because Starscream wants to always be the ruler of the Decepticons. And they're all like, yeah, he did it. And even Knockout's holding the knife, and everyone can see that, but they're all like, yeah, Starscream killed Megatron. Here's some of my original characters. This is Galaria, and this is Ren. They are a couple. They're so cute. He's like an ogre, half-fae thing, and she's all fae. Oh, here, okay, so you guys know the Castlevania Netflix show? Well, the same people that animated that, I think the same studio as well, did the Blood of Zeus, this show, and it was so good. I love Greek mythology, if you couldn't tell by all the Percy Jackson art. So I drew some of the characters. I drew Huron, I drew Apollo. I don't like these sketches. I did Apollo later on, and I think that was better. And then Sephiroth. Okay. I swear Netflix has this thing where they like to give us guys with long white hair who are really pretty, and that's their aesthetic. Because like Lotor from Voltron was like not human, had long blonde hair, and was pretty. Have Runon and Erebos from the Dragon Prince, both pretty, not human, long white hair. Apollo, long white hair, pretty. The same thing with Alucard from Castlevania. Do you see where I'm going with it? I was like, I have a type. I was watching Nightmare Before Christmas, so I had this little sketch idea in my head, and then I sketched out. I really like the way this drawing turned out. I really like the way I did Jack's head and the angle of it. Really happy with the way this turned out. Really like this as well. See, here's my better drawing of Apollo than this one. This one I hated. This one was better. Also, the skin color is a lot better. This one I did a hell of a lot better. Like, that face is so much better, and just like the detailing. And I was watching Hocus Pocus, and I decided to draw the Sanderson sisters, because why not? So I did like some screenshot redraws of them over here, and then I did this full color drawing of them. So we got Winifred, Mary, and Sarah. So I like the way their faces turned out, because like they each have a distinct like look to them. Oh, here we got a new music video or new animation video for Mystery Bean Lewis. I drew Vivi and Lewis, and then I did a full color drawing of Lewis, and I just love the way this turned out. I love the way this quick little like sketch turned out too. God, I love Mystery Skulls and their music now, and Mystery Bean, and just like Lewis and Vivi and all the characters. And then I think it was Monster Camp came out, so I did some sketches of the Monster Camp characters. Milo is my favorite now, and you cannot tell me otherwise. He is so handsome and so pretty. Like, look at him. Look at him. And then I drew some other characters. Joy, Damien, and these are two of the characters you can play as to date the other characters. I didn't intend for them to be looking at each other like they want to date each other, but now that I do, I think it's really cute. And it was Tadashi's birthday, so I drew Tadashi from Haikyuu. Oh, starting now, I'm gonna draw all of the characters with like a little birthday drawing. He's our freckled, green-haired broccoli boy of Haikyuu, but I love him so much. And then I did some Spider-Man, na 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 na. I did this Miles Morales, and I tried to fix it with paint. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I love this Spider-Man though, with like his wearing his jacket. This turned out so freaking good with like the pink highlight. God, sometimes I hate my art. Other times I'm like, yes, this. I did some Spider-Man practice poses, because if I want to draw dynamic poses and extreme poses, draw Spider-Man, because he is always in some weird ass poses. And I did a Miles Morales in his, I think, like Spider-Verse suit. I don't hate the way it looked, but I'm not a huge fan of it, but I still like this suit a lot. For Mando sketches, like that Baby Yoda's pretty cute. I like this Mando sketch to add some color to it. Speaking of Mando, season 2 of Mando. What a season it was! I drew drew Bo-Katan in her more Clone Wars style. Was in the show, The Mandalorian Season 2. She was great. And then I drew Ahsoka, live action Ahsoka mixed with the Clone Wars Ahsoka. I'm going through a weird phase right now where I don't want to do Transformers art, like of the new like shows and the way the movies are going. I'm just not a fan of where it's going. I just do some Wheeljack from like the Siege show. I drew this Optimus and I posted it in black and white, but I like the black and white better, but this is the colored version for those that are curious. I still like it a lot. I tried to give it more of like a Galaxy-esque vibe because like they're robots in space. So galaxy, stars make sense. I've never posted this one on Instagram, but I love this sketch. I sketched this after the Ahsoka episode when he like was telling the kid good job. I love this little baby Yoda. He turned out so cute. Breaking out my alcohol-based markers again, but I do really like this one a lot. Here I think I was laying in bed sick and I decided to just draw my desk. Like I want to do more of these like still, I guess you call them still lives, but like seeing or like just draw things in my house. Obviously the angles and everything are not great, but it was just my first attempt at it. So it's fine. I really wanted to draw some Todoroki. Screenshot redraw of Todoroki from, I think it's season 2 where he's doing the tournament arc and he's going up against Deku. I just did a screenshot redraw of that. And this is when I started to use more acrylic paints. The skin color I was using for all of the characters was a very more like darky peach. And I wanted something that had more of like a beige to it. So I had a beige paint color. And so now to do highlights, and to make the skin look a lot lighter, I'll go over with like a beige. And then his shirt has glitter in it, if you see a little bit of glitter. And then I did another Todoroki screenshot redraw. This time, I think this is from the first movie. No, I did not intend for both these screenshot redraws to be him half shirtless. That was not my intent. I just really liked the posing of this one, like the foreshortening. When I saw someone else redraw this, and I was like, I want to redraw that. More Todoroki. You can see he's my favorite. This was from March of 2020 from that other sketchbook that fell apart. And then this was my Christmas drawing for this year of Todoroki in a Christmas sweater with like antlers. It was when we got Disney had their Disney Plus investors meeting day and they dropped a bunch of titles on it. We got more WandaVision stuff, which is now on Disney Plus right now, the first 3 episodes, and it's great. I drew some Wanda and Vision and like their original superhero costumes, but like Halloween costume esque. And then I drew Loki. I like the way this one turned out. I love like the neoniness of his like jacket. A quick Captain America. And I drew Falcon and Bucky. No, I don't like Bucky's face. I love the way Sam turned out. Sam turned out so good. But once the show comes out, I know I'm gonna get better at drawing him and Falcon. I'm so excited for Falcon Winter Soldier. March, baby, it's happening. I just have some Transformers MTMTE Megatron sketches, both done in pen. That's what I mostly use to draw all of the things in my sketchbook is pen, because I just don't like pencil. It smears so easily. I like how you can see all of your mistakes with a pen, because then you have to like try to not make any mistakes, you know what I mean? A pen, because it's bolder and colorful and just adds like this cool effect. I don't know, I like using pen instead. This one I did in that coloring style, just using a bunch of colors and then adding like blue here. So I have a whole video that I'm going to make about this. My review for Avatar should be up, but I never grew up with Avatar. I've never seen Avatar in my entire life until now. In December, I watched it, and in January, I finished it, and I freaking loved it. So much so that I did a bunch of fan art while I was watching it, that I had to just like draw these characters. So I did a full body drawing, or not full body, but like a full color drawing of all the characters. So we have Aang on his like air ball that I want to draw a proper full body of. I have just a bunch of facial expression practices. I like this facial expression in that one too, like where he's just not amused. And then I have Katara. I love the way Katara turned out. And I again used that, you can kind of see it, that glittery Posca pen. I don't have the exact perfect brown color in any of my markers for Katara's skin, so I feel like this is as close as I could get. I'm just like, I need to just go and buy some proper skin tone markers and stuff, because I feel like my sets are lacking. And then I have Zuko. I hated the way this Zuko came out. I hated it so much. I don't like the way it came out. The pose is cool. To redeem myself, I drew this quick little sketch, and I like this a hell of a lot better than this monstrosity. Then I have Sokka! My boy Sokka! I love Zuko, but I love Sokka as well. And I just love the way this Sokka turned out. But I love this Sokka pose and his lucky boomerang. And then I do some facial expression, practice as Sokka. I really like all of these. I don't really like that one, but these three are really funny, especially that one. He was just like, excuse me. Here again, like I said, I did a redraw of I didn't really like the way these turned out, so I decided to redraw them, and I think they turned out a hell of a lot better, these two. This is Paige again in a new updated way. I like this one better, and then this is me as a bender. Or not me as a bender, but me in the Percy Jackson world. This is what my Rick Riordan persona world would be. I'd be not a waterbender, I was gonna say that again, a daughter of Poseidon. This is Paige Nelson. She's my Percy Jackson OC. She is the daughter of Hecate, or Hecate, the goddess of magic. And then after a long time of not seeing any brand new movies in theaters, in December, I decided I'm gonna go to a theater and see Wonder Woman 1984. And I didn't love it as much as the first Wonder Woman, but I will say it was a fun time nonetheless. I drew this drawing of Wonder Woman. I love everything about this except for the mouth. If I could fix the mouth, like, I think it looked 10 times better. But I do love the way, like, I did her hair, and like I love the way the silver, or not the, like, the shading and like her corset or top came out. I really like these stars, and so I'm like, it's been a while since I've drawn Lego sheets, so I did a quick Lego sheet without really a reference. Not bad. I think this turned out pretty okay for not having a reference and just going off what he looked like in my brain. I'm excited for Beastars Season 2. Let's go! A quick pen sketch of Zuko when he's got like his hair cut off. And I didn't really know what to do with the background, so I just went with a red pen and kind of like cross hatch. I think it looks okay. Then I got a full body drawing of Miss Toph, because I love Toph. She's a badass. And then I got my first attempt at drawing Appa, and I think Appa turned out really cute. Aang is not to proportion, but I don't care, because this Appa was too cute. Now that I think about it, I wish I would have just drawn Appa and not Aang with him, but I think it's cute nonetheless. Some more Sokka, because I was like, okay, so before season 3, Sokka was like my absolute favorite, and then like season 3 happened, and I was like, okay, Zuko, you have now become my favorite officially. But like Sokka and Zuko are my favorites. I was trying to do like a more monochromatic color palette with just blues. I think it turned out okay. And then I loved this drawing of Sokka. It's just like a quick study, and like I love the blue-ish background. I just love this drawing so much. Did some more Avatar sketches. These are all kind of like screenshot redraws, minus this one. I really liked the drawing of Katara when she's in like her, I guess, beach outfit, and she's like running the water out of her hair. I thought it was a really cute. We got little baby Appa, and he's so cute, and I just love this so much. I drew Suki and Sokka together because they're a great couple, and I love them so much. It was lacking in color, and so I added a little bit of orange marker, and I was like, yeah, that adds a real pop of color, especially since this is blue and orange and they're like contrasting colors. This is me as a waterbender, but also like my Avatar original character. This was like me coming up with a design, because I usually wear my hair in a ponytail, and then I wear a lot of chokers, and then I really like having my sleeves like really up to here where you can barely see my hand. I'm gonna combine those things. I really like baggy pants. And then here's me waterbending. And then I redeemed myself. So my Zuko full body or full color drawing that I did before, I hated so much. Here, I hated this so much, but I redeemed myself with this Zuko one. I feel like this one looks so freaking good. Even the fire was done with acrylic paint, but I think this one turned out so much better than my other one. So thumbs up to me. And then I just did a quick little like pen sketch of Zuko. Like, it's the same thing with like Todoroki. Whenever I draw Todoroki, I don't think he ever turns out ugly. Every other character that I draw, sometimes I think they turn out ugly, but every Todoroki that I've drawn and every Zuko that I've drawn so far, I'm like, none of them look bad. Like, this one may not look accurate to Zuko, but I still think it looks okay. I call it a win. I wanted to draw all of the kids in their Fire Nation outfits, but I only did like waist up, and I didn't really know what to do in the rest of the space. So in the rest of the space, I did quick little like sketches of them. Katara and Suki's Fire Nation like outfits were definitely my favorite, but like Toph's was really cool too. And then a sketch of Aang and Katara being a cute little couple because I shipped them so hardcore. This was a watercolor piece that I did a while back, but I found it in one of my drawers just sitting there, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna tape it in here because I don't want to lose it. And this is my attempt at doing Suki in her Fire Nation outfit. I really like everything about it, but as I mentioned here in this little bubble of me, like, I like the sketch, but the face is kind of like, eh. I think her eyes are too close together. That's what's like making it off for me. I finished Avatar, so I decided to draw the characters in like their season finale, season 3 outfit. The Katara's in that really pretty like green dress. And then I did Fire Lord, like Emperor Zuko, just because I like Zuko and I think this turned out really cute. The last page in my sketchbook, but not really, the rest of the pages in here are notes and just like journal entry. That was my sketchbook. I really loved this sketchbook so much. I think it was perfect size. I just love the way everything turned out in here and the paper quality. I definitely highly recommend this brand of sketchbook. Actually, it's not really a sketchbook, it's just called, it's just an Artist Loft journal. So it's not technically a sketchbook, but you could use it as one. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this sketchbook tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will link down below my other two previous sketchbooks that I have sketchbook tours on. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye guys!